In the depths of the night, when shadows whisper secrets too dark for daylight, I discovered a truth that should have remained buried. It began on a seemingly unremarkable Thursday, the sort of day you'd easily forget, but it's etched in my memory like a scar. I was returning from my usual late shift at the library, the streets deserted and echoing each step I took. The air was crisp, carrying a hint of winter, and with it, a palpable sense of unease. You could almost smell the storm brewing on the horizon. As I passed the old Milton house, a place rumored to be haunted, a flicker of light from the upper window caught my eye. Impossible, given the house had been abandoned for over a decade. Curiosity overcame caution. I approached the rotting door, heart pounding with the thrill of the forbidden. The door creaked open at my touch, revealing a hallway shrouded in dust and darkness. Inside, the air felt charged, heavy with secrets. I should have turned back, but instead I ventured deeper. The house whispered around me, floorboards groaning underfoot as if protesting my intrusion. In what was once a grand living room, I found the source of the light, a projector, ancient and humming softly. It cast flickering images on a stained wall, scenes from someone's life or perhaps their imagination. These were no ordinary home videos. They depicted events too sinister, too precise. Each clip seemed to document a person's deepest fears turned into reality. And then, amidst the grainy images, a face appeared that I recognized. It was mine. But how? I had never been here, never been part of this. Panic gripped me. The clips continued, showing me in scenarios I had never experienced, interacting with people I had never met. The line between reality and these twisted visions blurred. I ran from the house, the images seared into my mind, a haunting melody from the projector echoing in my ears. Days passed. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Those visions began to manifest in my waking life. People from the projector, faces I recognized from the clips, started appearing around town. They seemed familiar with me, knew things about me that no stranger should. Had my reality always been a lie? Driven by a desperate need for answers, I returned to the Milton house. The projector was gone, but in its place I found a note addressed to me. It read, "Welcome to the experiment. You've passed the first test." The realization dawned on me with chilling clarity. My life, my memories, everything was part of an elaborate psychological study. The people, the projector, the clips, all carefully orchestrated to see how far the mind could be pushed before it broke. And I had been the subject all along. As I stood in the silent house, the truth was clear. There was no escaping this. The experiment was my reality, and it was far from over. Every shadow, every face might be another piece of this sinister puzzle. And so, I wait, caught in the web of my own mind, wondering when the next test will begin. Just when I thought acceptance was my only solace, darkness swallowed the room whole. Power outage or another trick? But then, a sliver of dim light caught my eye. A door, cleverly concealed, now slightly ajar. Heart pounding, I pushed through it, stepping into a narrow, dust-choked corridor. As I moved, the faint glow of emergency lights cast eerie shadows on the walls. Cryptic symbols whispered secrets of the house's true nature, guiding me like spectral hands. Each step felt like a century, each breath a gust of dusty decades. Finally, after what seemed an eternity, a crack of real sunlight filtered in. I pushed open the final door and staggered out, but the world that greeted me was not the one I remembered. It was my neighborhood, yet everything was subtly off, colors too sharp, sounds too crisp. As I turned back, the house simply wasn't there anymore. Only the wind carried its memory, murmuring through the leaves, "Freedom is just another experiment." As I stumbled through the altered reality of my neighborhood, a sudden force pulled at me, yanking me into the bleak sterility of a clinical room. The stark white walls closed in, and there, sitting across from me, was myself. An exact replica, mirroring my every micro-expression with unsettling precision. The air thickened as the eerie silence was broken by a calm, cold voice. "Welcome, Subject 47B, evaluation time," announced a figure emerging from the shadows. Clad in a dark, seamless coat, the overseer of these experiments scrutinized me with an analytical gaze. I glanced at my clone, then back at the overseer, my mind racing with panic and disbelief. The overseer moved between us, a clipboard in hand, making meticulous notes. "Response to unexpected stimuli," he muttered, marking something down. "Clone fidelity, excellent. Emotional resilience, needs improvement." As he spoke, doors around us opened, revealing a maze of glass rooms, each housing another version of myself. Clones, all trapped in their own silent worlds, some pacing, others staring blankly. The reality of my existence shattered as I realized I was not the original, merely a copy in a vast, controlled experiment. "Grade, B-. Proceed to integration," the overseer declared, pointing to an open door. Pushed forward by unseen hands, I entered the room, the door locking behind me. Surrounded by countless reflections of myself, the chilling truth echoed infinitely around me. I was not unique, not free. I was just another variable in an endless scientific pursuit.